Breaking chicken, you can get about my business. This that real pimpin' east side, straight up out the trenches. I'm that nigga you can't see. I specialize in breaking women. Gotta get it how I get it. You ain't with it, you can kick it. I'ma tell you what it is and what it ain't. I ain't finna take you on no date, little babe. You got two options: work a job or hit the blade. What you wanna do? Either way, I'm the one that's receiving all the pay. Money management services is what I orchestrate. Watch me boss your life up once you choose up with the play. I ain't interested in sex, I strictly want the severed heads. House cat's the only thing that's sleeping inside my bed. Ain't got the time for relations, baby, I'm a businessman. Trying to see how much I can make off selling tuna cans. So we gon' get along good if you into tricking men. Just don't go against the grain if you wanna see us win, right? Little baby, so you better come correct. I ain't nothing like these niggas, gotta earn all my respect. Watch your lip with open ears, I might just break you off some bread. This a different type of motion when you choose it with the man. If you ain't into selling kidding, I can let you run the business. It's 1,000 ways to pimp, we selling plates up out the kitchen. She my type, she like to listen, might just buy her braid extension. She don't test me, know the limit, so we never ever trip. I can put you in position, I'm a high value man. Pimpin' ain't dead, it just moved to OnlyFans. Only way I'll trust a bitch if she give me all the bands. That's how I know we locked in, yeah, we forever gon' win. Who you texting on that phone? It better be about some paper. I got trust issues, baby, so don't put me in no danger. I'ma kill you and them niggas if you ever try to play me. I need that money fast, so is you gon' be my hoe, baby, huh? Don't slow down, I need that money fast, baby. I need that money fast, baby. What's good with it, chat? Hey, man. 1,000 Ways to Pimp is out now. All platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Add it to your playlist and stream it while you sleep. Yes, while you sleep. Hey man, we on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about your mother flocking self. Hey man, we gonna start the stream off just right. Let's get straight into it, man. Let's get straight into it. Computer go low, slow to that.
More bad news.
All right, let's get it.
More bad news for.
Hold on, messed that one up.
More
Jesus.
bad news.
Okay, so it's only going one click it, huh?
More bad news for Chrisean Rock. The chances that Chrisean Rock is in a jail cell by the end of the year is very high.
Is that right?
Chrisean Rock is absolutely cooked. So TMZ reached out to law enforcement after rumors began to circulate that Chrisean Rock was involved in the death of her ex-boyfriend Ronnie. So the law enforcement official gave TMZ an answer. Now, that answer from my perspective is not good for Chrisean Rock, but we'll get there, okay? Let's just first address why people believe that Chrisean Rock is involved in Ronnie's murder.
In the next 4 to 6 weeks, God willing, Chrisean is going to be required to do a court-ordered paternity test. And once we get this paternity test, We shall have more. Right here, Junior. Right here.
Can you chill
Weird
out?
as you weird as shit. You weird as shit.
What's wrong?
You weird as shit. Nobody stalking you. That's my son. That's my son. That's my son. What you want to do?
Excuse me.
What do you want to do?
I'm calling the cops.
I don't give a call him. Nobody touch you.
Go to the cops.
Call him.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. I'm calling the cops.
Police act.
So I didn't even know her alleged this dude. I didn't even know this dude died. This is wicked.
You a police act. You a police act.
So this nigga was pulling up on her claiming. I remember him claiming he was the baby daddy. I did not even know this nigga died though. That's wicked work. So this nigga was pulling up on her, talking about, I'm the baby daddy. Let me see my son. I'm the real father. He was supposed to get a DNA test, and he ends up dead like a week later or something. That's wicked.
You heard right. We just got the update. So apparently, there had been some money on Ronnie's head since Friday. What's today? Tuesday. So since Friday, apparently somebody put some money on his head. Somebody wanted him dead. And y'all, I found out exactly how it happened. So one of the neighbors says that Ronnie was sitting in his car outside his house when all of a sudden this car pulled up behind him. A person gets out the car. He didn't realize that they had a gun or whatever. They ran up on the car real quick, y'all. They shot him 10 times. So whoever this was, they wanted this done quickly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say it's not a coincidence that him and Chrisean did have...
The ex-boyfriend who was following her from state to state trying to get a paternity order because he was convinced that was his son.
So where's this nigga from? Is he from Baltimore like Chrisean Rock? And then where did he die at? Where did they shoot him at?
And that she was trying to pin his baby on Blueface and ice him out. Now, he was shot and killed a week before the last court date that would require Chrisean Rock to give him.
My thing is, why is Blueface still ain't got no DNA test though? You know what I'm saying? Why Blueface? You know, that'll clear that up right there. It might not prove that he's the father, but we know who was claiming it though. Blueface should have been did a DNA test. He claiming that the baby not his. You know, like
A DNA test, right? Now, here's the thing. Her sister did, the Jason Lee interview where the sister says, she implied that Chrisean Rock did this, right? She implied that Ronnie was shot and killed to avoid the paternity test, right? And other people have came and spoke out. Blueface have came and spoke out and says that he don't trust Chrisean Rock. She's a backdoor artist. But here's the thing. Chrisean Rock has confessed to a lot of people in this industry that she did this.
Is that right?
I'm not capping. I'm not lying. That's just 100%.
Well, we live in a day and age where everybody has to snitch on themselves, so I believe it.
Fact. Right? If Chrisean Rock wants to deny it, I would tell her who she told that she did this. She already confessed to doing this to a lot of people in the industry. Multiple people. Multiple people have told me that Chrisean Rock has confessed to them. So it's either she was popping it and lying, or she really did this. See, she told him specifically, bro was playing around too much, right? Like, bro pulling up on her, like, at the mall was her last straw. So she has told multiple people this in the industry, that she has confessed that she was the one who put the hit on Ronnie.
Just look at her. Could you really put it past her, though? She got Blueface's face tatted on him. She has no other option but to do what she did. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that the baby is really not Blueface's and she got this nigga tatted on him and all type. Like, that's wicked.
Right?
You can't trust no female with face tats, bro. A female with face tats, bro. The chance that she is not crazy is very fucking slim.
Now, there's a Neon clip, like from a stream, that has somehow disappeared from the internet. If anybody can find it, y'all let me know. Where she's telling Neon, he's gonna end up in the grave like her baby daddy for playing with her.
Who even jokes like that? What? Neon? The little cornball nigga? Oh no, she said that to that nigga? Oh no.
Now, there's an audio from a few years ago where Whack 100 is predicting that Chrisean Rock will be arrested for Ronnie's murder eventually.
Is that right?
Usually when like that happen, the target never gets hit. And I hate to see she got that little boy in the car and she don't get to cooperate and them niggas do what I know they'll do, bro.
Right. And you still think that ain't Blueface Baby, right?
No, that ain't Blueface Baby.
So basically he's saying they might get their get back on Chrisean Rock. It pray that the baby ain't in the way.
Bro, listen, look at the baby. The older the baby gets, look at Ronnie. Down to the teeth. Ask one of these ladies on the floor, man.
You.
That's tough. So what y'all think? Who y'all think the real baby daddy is, though? Y'all said Chrisean definitely did it, but who y'all think the real baby daddy is, though? If y'all say Chrisean did it, y'all gotta think. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta think that Ronnie is the baby daddy. I think he is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he is.
I think her last interview, she kind of told on herself.
But she
So they gave nephew $100,000.
But see, you know what's fucked up though, bro? It's really hard to tell though, because Chrisean Rock was smoking and drinking while she was pregnant. You know? So it's really hard. I ain't gonna say it's really hard to tell. You might can still tell. I ain't just looked at they baby. I don't keep up with these niggas like that. So I don't know who the fucking baby look like. I ain't looked that hard. But what I have seen is the God bless his soul. Hey.
Basically said that she was still messing with Ronnie when she first started, when she was messing with Blueface.
No, we know that. That's what I'm saying. Look, Ronnie was in the delivery room when she had the baby. This why she went back to Baltimore to have a baby. Ronnie was dead, bro. Look at that baby. And look at Ronnie. I'm talking about down to the two front teeth. It's crazy.
The two front teeth, huh?
Like,
And you know what? You know what's crazy? I just thought about it. Like, she been making a whole lot of threats and shit, like in regards to Blueface life. And a lot of people on social media, they're like, yeah, bitch, you got,
that.
yeah.
Look, bro, there's gonna come a day where one of them little gonna get caught and they're gonna use her as a get out of jail free card and they're gonna arrest Chrisean for the murder of Ronnie.
What?
Believe that. That's a fact.
But she showed.
My thing is though, bro, they have to prove like to what extent she actually played in it. Was she in the car? Was she driving? Did she put money on his head? Like, they're gonna have to really prove that before she actually just gets the book thrown at her. You know what I'm saying? She could get charged with accessory to some degree, influenced them to do it, said, hey, that's my baby daddy, I want, you know, but will she get life for this? Probably not, if she not the one that did it, of course, you know what I'm saying? But it will, you know, she probably will do some time behind it, bro.
Been talking a whole lot of shit, talking about some, yeah, get the fuck about the way.
If Whack 100 was lying, Chrisean Rock would sue Whack 100. But Whack ain't lying. And the reason why Whack feels so confident is because there's been confirmation from Chrisean Rock's own mom.
Do Chrisean even have money to sue anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lawsuit like this, bro, you're gonna be paying a lawyer like tens of thousands of dollars, bro. To get how much money in return? I guess you can get defamation, and he might be rich, Whack 100, so get some money out of him, I guess. But all that's work, and you gotta have the lawyer money up front, anyways. I guess they might work payment plans or something. I don't know. Y'all think Chrisean got? I don't think she do. Chrisean ain't got that type of money. And if she did make any type of money to where she would be able to pay that, if she was able to save, she didn't save it. It's gone. It's gone. The bitch didn't even get her teeth fixed.
Like, Chrisean Rock has confessed to this through her own mouth. Now, Whack 100 would say this is very similar to Jimmy Henchman. How Jimmy Henchman was in New York got a bunch of crash dummies. He was paying for hits. They were committing the hits, and he was getting away with it until the wrong crash dummy got.
If you think it was Blueface Baby, don't you think they would have did a DNA test now to claim the rumor? I mean, don't you exactly? You don't think he would have done it by now though? Like, that's why hasn't he fucking done it? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not his, he thinks it's not his. Even if he thinks it is his, he still need to do the DNA test, bro. Like, even if I'm 100% confident that my baby mama is having my baby because we've been together this long or whatever, I'm still gonna do a DNA test before I sign it. I don't care how much it costs added to the bill. We not leaving until that's done. I don't care if I know I shot the club up, nigga. On this date. And all the dates line up. Because women, they got the dates. They can do that with the calendar and shit and all, you know, with the dates and all. You know what I'm saying? So if I shot the club up, nigga, and I know it, I'm still doing the DNA before I leave the hospital, bro. Let alone get to this point and I still ain't done it. Now, he might not have access to the child like that. I don't know. You know? But if he's on the birth certificate, or he's documented as biologically the father, bro, and he got some type of rights to see the child, bro, he could pick that child up and go do that, bro. Yeah, it's nothing but a thing. You know what I'm saying? This could have been done.
For hits, they were committing the hits, and he was getting away with it.
But Blueface kind of has an incentive to not do it because it keeps their name in the media. You know, we get more topics to discuss and talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm making this video. Like, you know, so the longer Blueface doesn't get the DNA test, the longer we never know. And now he's dead. So now you can really play this out forever. You know what I'm saying? You can really play that out forever. Oh, it's Blueface the baby father. We could talk about this for 20 years, bro. The baby gonna be 25. Still talk. You know what I'm saying?
Until the wrong crash dummy got caught and they began to tell. Right?
Who would kill for her? Bro, she's a female. Lil Ronnie's the same nigga that got her pregnant when she had Blueface tatted on her face, though. Come on now. The same, bro. She got a pussy. Niggas will do anything for some pussy, bro. And she got brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to know, like, where was they at? And where is bro from? Is bro a LA nigga? Did he die in LA? Is he from Baltimore? Did he die in LA? Did he die? Where, like, I'm sure that's out there. Hey, this video would be hella long if I do all that. We already talking. You know what I'm saying? But
wearing wires, doing whatever they can to get Jimmy Henchman to.
Oh, they can still prove the DNA test. Well, bro did die. So it's been a couple years now, actually. I think it's been a couple years now. So y'all saying he from Maryland. It's been a couple years, but I'm sure when somebody dies, especially in modern time, you don't think they swabbing DNA and shit like that and keeping a sample of that for however long? 6 months, a year, 3 months for investigation, send it off, especially if it's a murder case. Oh yeah, you know the police could go get their DNA and swab and see they can figure that shit out. It can all be figured out. They can figure out if Ronnie's the baby daddy, if Blueface the baby daddy, or if there's a third party involved that we don't know about. Because who knows? Chrisean probably might have been selling it for some money. You know what I'm saying?
Fall. Right? In the case of Chrisean Rock, she's not that connected politically. Right? Like, you know, like she's not up no $100 million. Like she's not no Don in the streets. Right? She's a little girl who probably put a hit out there and they came to collect a little bit of money. But they don't got no loyalty to her. So Wack breaks down, A, why he believes she's going to get arrested, and then 2, the circumstances that led him to think that she's involved.
When it come to me, a lot of...
Why? One of these little, just like they did Jimmy Henchman. Didn't nobody know until the got booked on one thing and they told the police, Jimmy paid us to kill this motherfucker.
Been watching since 2022. Appreciate that, Vaughn.
You know.
Hey, man, make sure y'all tap in with the Twitch, bro. TYP Cam, man. Follow the Twitch. TikTok, Instagram, all that shit, man. We live on 3 different platforms right now, man. Tap in.
Can we make a deal? Yeah, it's only one way to control that, and the Italians showed you how to do that. And our politic ain't that deep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to knock down the knockdowner. That's it. So, with Ronnie, right? Let me give you the history of Ronnie, right? Remember when Ronnie was put her in the mall and they called the police? Remember Ronnie went to jail? He was in the mall. Like, that's my baby, this, that, and other, right? So look what Ronnie did. She pressed charges on Ronnie that day. So that week, Ronnie had a court date with Chrisean Rock on Friday for the charges she pressed on Ronnie. Ronnie tells them on Monday, yeah, I got you, you stupid. You ain't smarter than me. Now that we gonna be in court, I can serve you the DNA subpoena, right? He said, I don't give a about the case you filed on me. I got you right there. I'm gonna have him served in front of the judge.
My nigga wanted to be the baby daddy so bad, though, bro. Like, my nigga wanted to be the baby daddy so bad. Like, I get he might want to expose her or look at how bad of a person she is, but bro, you put a baby in her when she had a Blueface's face tatted on her, bro.
It lands Wednesday morning. This court date is supposed to be Friday that she got on Ronnie. Wednesday night, Ronnie dead in his driveway.
So did Blueface get a test?
She won't give it to us. We didn't try to listen. We didn't serve the. She act like she ain't served. You can't.
So that's what it is Blueface does not have access to the child to just swab the child's mouth and go get a DNA test on his own. Chrisean is keeping the baby away. Of course. Man, the women, ooh wee. That shit irked my soul. Oh, boy, these females, man. And she really just ain't shit. He tried to get some fame from it, yeah. That's it. Look where it got him, bro. Like, nigga, your mindset just is everything in life, bro. That your mindset is everything, bro. That's insane.
She act like she ain't served. You can't. It's only one name on that birth certificate. Only one. Hers.
So that video when they were
And see that be the problem right there. Nigga didn't go sign that birth certificate. Blueface didn't go to the motherfucking. He wasn't at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but if you don't even know if that's your baby or not, I can see why you wouldn't go. Especially if y'all beefing and funking. This shit is just a mess.
Birth certificate. Only one.
It's just a mess.
So that video when they was like talking to her around the corner and the daddy was behind it.
I just double checked. That was actually 7 months ago, not years ago, but still, that was still a long time ago. Where Whack 100 knew beforehand, whatever Chrisean Rock did, whoever she paid to murder Ronnie, it would be sloppy enough to where they're gonna get her, right? And that's before this week where somebody has came forward and said the police came knocking. They want to talk to him and interview him because he's been online talking about this Ronnie murder. Now, him and Ronnie was in the DMs back and forth talking about putting money on each other's heads. But he swear he had nothing to do with it. Now, he claims the police is interested in his relationship with Chrisean Rock and what he can provide there. All right? So TMZ contacted, law enforcement. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This response, a lot of people may overlook it, but trust me, this is bad news for Chrisean Rock, like really bad news, okay? So the 2025 murder of Chrisean Rock's ex-boyfriend, Karan Khan, remains unsolved. But police tell TMZ the investigation is still active as detective continues working to identify and catch the killer, okay? Now, Justin Malachi, a rep for Anne Arundel County Police Department in Maryland, they told them, we can confirm that it's open in an active investigation. However, we're unable to provide any additional details.
So this went down in Maryland.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. A lot of y'all will overlook that and say, well, Flacco, they just, no. If somebody contact you and say, hey, is Chrisean Rock a suspect? If you're not a suspect, oh, nah, hell no, she's not a suspect, no.
Nah, I don't think they would think Blueface would be an accessory to it, because the question is if Blueface, the motive behind this murder would be, the motive behind the murder would be if he's the baby daddy or not. So I don't think that would have anything to do with it. It could, but I don't think so. I think if Blueface was on the birth certificate, he would be able to get some type of authority. You know what I'm saying? Court action, court order, but to get a DNA test, because Chrisean Rock's not giving it to him. You know, so I think that would help.
No. Just like, for example, when Lil Durk was in his court case, right? Now, when they were investigating the murder of Stefan Mack, Lil Durk inquired with the city of Chicago if he was a suspect in his murder. They were back and says, no, he's not a suspect. We don't intend on charging Dirk Banks with this murder. If they reach out and say, hey, is Chrisean Rock a suspect? Do y'all intend on charging Chrisean Rock with this murder? There's a lot of people who is online claiming that she's involved. Do y'all intend on charging her with this murder? And they say, well, we can't comment on that, sorry. If she was not a suspect, they will say, no, she's not a suspect. That's like asking the police, hey, is Poetic Flacco a suspect? Hell no, he's not. No.
You got to think about it. You're gonna be a suspect. She's gonna be a suspect. She's gonna get questioned for sure. This is question that this is your baby daddy. You know. It don't be surprised if the police then already done a DNA test on the baby. Don't be surprised. Because I'll tell you, they got Ronnie DNA. And they can figure that shit out. If they don't, they drop the ball. That's on them. He got murdered. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me they ain't got no type of DNA.
But we already know that Chrisean Rock is on their radar and she's a suspect, because when they came to talk to Quell, that's his name, Quell says, yo, they was inquiring about Chrisean Rock.
And that'll bust the case wide open. And then that'll give the investigation, the detectives or whatever the fuck. What was the word I was gonna say? That's gonna give them the fuel to go after Chrisean. That proves the motive, you know. Once they run that DNA test and Ronnie comes back as the father, she got Blueface tatted on her. Oh yeah, prime suspect. Not enough to arrest her. Prime suspect though.
They're curious about Chrisean Rock, so they already know that Chrisean Rock is involved somehow. No,
Ronnie would not be on child support. Blueface would be on child support if he signed a birth certificate. Hey, that's what I get. So, is that how niggas be getting got? Let me Google something right quick. Is that how niggas be getting got? Let me find out if that's working around. If I don't sign the birth certificate, can I get put on child support? That's a good ass question, bro. Yes, you can still be ordered to pay child support even if you don't sign a birth certificate. If this is a sign only delays the process. The mother or the state can file a court action to establish legal. So a bitch can basically just claim the baby daddy is whoever the fuck. Yeah, it's Drake. Stephen Curry, yeah, he got me pregnant last week. Yep, baby black as shit. Baby white as shit. Straight hair, blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that. If the nigga's not on the birth certificate, bro, that's proof of the father right there. I don't feel like nigga, you should be put on child support, bro. If you ain't got no type of proof. If the woman has no documented proof that you are the father, bro, like, how could she just say you're the father? That's insane.
And I'm just gonna tell you, Chrisean Rock has already confessed. I'm sorry. She's already confessed. To a lot of people in the industry, that's just a fact. She gotta be worried that before yesterday, the rumors of Chrisean Rock getting her baby daddy killed was just a rumor on Baddie's Twitter, right? On Zeus Network Twitter, right? Or probably Zeus Network Reddit, right? You know, these like real fringe forums. Now TMZ is writing an article about this. This is officially mainstream. This is officially one of the biggest stories of this year so far. And police are the biggest cloud chasers on planet Earth, right? If they were taking their time, crossing their T's and dotting their I's, now you know they're about to expedite this. They're about to expedite this to make sure Chrisean Rock.
See, this is one thing y'all gotta understand. This is hitting the media now because old boy just came out with a video that was talking about the police came up to him talking about this situation with Chrisean Rock. I was going somewhere with that. Let me get it back.
Like this to make sure Chrisean Rock gets her accountability. Because if the police was not paying attention before, now they know, oh, it's a major story. Oh, damn.
That makes me think that they did do the DNA test. That makes me think that the police did do the DNA test. Because now the rhetoric is that Chrisean Rock did it. Police came to old boy talking about Chrisean Rock, questioning him about Chrisean Rock. He told the world, Chrisean Rock, count your days. And now Chrisean Rock is a suspect. The police, bro, they know. They know who that baby daddy is, bro. And it ain't Blueface, bro. That shit, that nigga pushed hard P on Chrisean, bro. That nigga pushed hard P on Chrisean, nigga. Major P. Max P. Master P. You know what I'm saying?
TMZ, oh, police are the biggest cloud chasers, bruh. They see this media attention, they gonna start chasing the story more. It's simple as that.
I don't think it. Nah, bro. This is coming out because the police already know. This is coming out because they already know. I'm telling you.
If they already had Chrisean Rock on the board, they're about to hone in on her because they
No, they don't have enough to arrest her yet. That's all it is. They do not have enough to arrest her because she's not the one that pulled the trigger. I think the niggas that pulled the trigger, they probably locked up, I think. I don't know. I don't want to just say they is, but you know,
want that drama.
They don't have enough to arrest her, but they know that she would have a motive to do something like this. That's what they do know. And that's why it's come out that she's involved in this.
They want that notoriety, right? They want to be able to be the person who put Chrisean Rock in jail. They want to make TMZ. That detective, that low-level detective, want his name to be on TMZ. You got TMZ picking up this story. Oh, no, this is bad. Look at this, man. Look at this, right? Look at this, okay? So about a month later, Karan reportedly got into Chrisean's face at a mall while she was with her infant son and cops were caught. In February of 2025, Karan was shot and killed in Severn, Maryland, in what investigators believe was a targeted attack. Cops
So this nigga's from Maryland. Sheesh. Bitch went, oh, wee boy. You...
rushed to a home
you can't make this
in the
shit
Baltimore
up,
suburbs after reports of a shooting and found Karan outside with multiple gunshots, as we guys already.
Think about this, though. She just had this baby. The baby's like 2, right? 2, 3. She was fucking with Blueface way before 2025, 2024, 2023. They fell out for whatever period of time. She went back and fucked with this nigga in Maryland, though. In Maryland. That nigga probably ain't never went to LA to fuck with her. Maybe he did. I don't know. Nigga ended up dying in Maryland, though. That's his home base. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't look good at all, boy. He died in Maryland. Chrisean Rock in LA. And he's the baby that it don't look good.
No, all right.
More
More than a year later, police still haven't publicly identified a suspect or person of interest, and the case remains unsolved.
So the case is unsolved. So clearly they didn't get arrested. Nobody's been arrested. More than a year later, police still haven't publicly identified a suspect or person of interest, and the case is unsolved.
Now,
so yeah, they're coming at Chrisean Rock for the motive, and they're gonna hope she talks. They don't even have a shooter. They don't even have a shooter. Nah, they gon' get on Chrisean's ass, bro. Whether she breaks or not, that's on her. You know what I'm saying? But they gon' get on her ass, bro. Because now they're proving motive. You know? Now they're proving motive. Oh, he came out. You was claiming Blueface was the baby daddy. He was claiming he was the baby daddy. And then before he was about to prove it, same week he dies. He gets killed. 10 shots. He ain't died from overdose, something like that. Nah. Violent. Somebody hawked him down. You know what I'm saying? It don't look good, bro. That shit don't look good. You think she did it? She was probably drunk. She was probably on something else. More than just drunk. That's more than drunk. That's more than drunk. People get drunk all the time. They don't put bounty. They might be crazy and demonic, but they'll put bounties on people's heads though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might want to fight. But people don't really turn into killers when they drunk. They turn into fighters. Not really killers. Chrisean Rock, y'all already know she on some other shit too. She on some other shit too. Some type of pill. Gotta be. Well, maybe if she was on pills, she might be a little bit skinnier. I don't know. They want to know if she put a bag on his head. Yeah. They definitely is coming. Is coming. They gonna come to her, bro, with this motive. They've got motive. And it's clear as day that Chrisean Rock would have a motive to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what they gonna push with, and that's what they gonna lead with in their investigation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think though, bro. We on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. T.Y. Peter name. Alright, chat, that's just the end of that video, not the end of the stream. We are moving on to the Nolan Wells situation. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I did that. And we will get that video going.
More bad news for Chrisean Rock.
All right.
D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley just rage baited Officer Tatum to expose himself. See, Tatum has been out here covering his Nolan Wall situation, pretending like, he's not a tap dancer, pretending like he just wants the truth. When in fact, his real intentions for bringing up how many black kids were on the island and things of that sort was to redirect the attention to black folks and take it away from the white folks.
Boy.
That
Brandon Tatum, oh my God.
Was suspects. And he just exposed his hand, right? And all it took was a little rage bait from D.L. Hughley. Okay, so D.L. Hughley responded to Officer Tatum, who has had his name in his mouth the last 2 weeks. Right, D.L. Hughley finally gave him the smoke he was waiting for.
This is Brandon Tatum.
Did y'all just see what unfunny ex-comedian D.L. Hughley just said about me? Posted a picture of me and my wife. To do what? To be a racist?
Hold on, Tatum. You can't play that race card, bro. You have said on numerous occasions, racism is no longer a thing. It doesn't exist. So if it's no longer a thing, then DL.
The new rhetoric is that what's good with it, Cool Rich? The new rhetoric is that black people are the most racist people on the face of the earth. And their racism is by far more extreme and way worse than white people. That's the new rhetoric on the internet.
Racism is no longer a thing. It doesn't exist.
And black fatigue.
So if it's no longer a thing, then D.L. Hughley can't be racist, according to you. Now, D.L. Hughley didn't post a picture of Tatum and his wife to humiliate him. He posted a picture to get a point out. See, Tatum have been out here parading, doing PR work for potential suspects in Nolan Well's murder, right? Potential suspects. I'm not saying they did it, but they are suspects. So he been out here running PR, disparaging Nolan Well's mama, calling her a racist, calling her a race hustler, a grifter, when all the mama ever said was, I just want answers. The mama never assigned blame to anybody. The mama never said anybody did it. The mama even says she don't think it's about race, but she can't ignore that component. Tatum called the mama all type of names.
She said what you gotta say, what you're supposed to say. That shit wicked. Why she can't be out here and say, man, fuck that, they did it. She gotta keep it professional until the end and it finally comes out. And even then, she still gotta keep it professional. Get the fuck out of here.
So D.L. Hughley is showing people Tatum is doing this because of this context, right? So take whatever he is saying and doing right now in this context as a black man with a white wife. So when he out here, is disparaging a black woman, when he's out here disparaging black folks.
Hey, it's nothing wrong being a black man with a white wife. Clearly, that's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? But it's one thing when what direction in life do you think Brandon Tatum is gonna guide his son down? A similar path he's down? Yeah, probably so. Yeah, okay, that's my point.
So when he out here, is disparaging a black woman, when he's out here disparaging black folks, when he's out here working counter, right, for Nolan Well's justice, understand why he's doing it or understand who this man is. I think that was fair.
You are the lamest dude in all of comedy.
What is more lame than calling yourself the job you used to have? You're not an officer anymore. You were a football player who failed at being a football player. You didn't make the team.
Yeah, he peaked in high school looking ass nigga.
So you became an officer. That wasn't working out, so you became an influencer. You talked about emotion. What is more emotional than this? The word.
Oh. Not crying for your daddy Kirk, but you would never cry for your family though. Even if your son died, you wouldn't cry for your wife though. even if your wife died, you wouldn't cry in front of your son, though. You know what I'm saying? Even if you flipped the car, your son died, you wouldn't cry in front of your wife, though. With all of y'all in them, though. You know what I'm saying?
You cried for a white dude who the people didn't even think.
Yo, Stanley, do you want to join the live stream and show your face on here? Cause you're talking shit makes no sense, my boy. Yo, your shit talking makes no sense, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I can hit 10 muscle ups right now, straight, nigga. nigga been talking about some thighs. Nigga, do you want to hop on here and show your face? I don't think so. So, my boy. I don't think you want to do that.
You worthy to speak at his funeral. You said you wouldn't cry for your son, but you cried for him. That's not emotion. You talked up the way Benjamin Crump.
I could drop the link to the Discord. We could do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. We do that. Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
Talks.
Just want to blame white folks. And so I go out there because I know that lame Al Sharpton and Mr. I can't read Benjamin Crump is just race hustling, y'all.
You talked about how those boys are innocent. You had proof. Now, I don't know whether they're innocent or not. I don't know what happened there. But I know one conversation with a failed football player and a social media influencer is not the predicate. You don't have any toxicology report. You don't have an autopsy report. You talked about black people acting a fool. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that took 31 years and 3 trials to prosecute and find guilty the murder of Medgar Evers. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that in 2005 found 215 black people that were dead and buried in a pauper's grave and nobody knew they were there. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that just killed a 1-year-old boy and nobody's being brought to account about. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that has been poisoning black people with the water since the 1960s. Black people didn't look for this fight. They want justice. All they want is accountability. And if it's those boys, it should be that. Nobody has a predetermined notion. I don't know what happened.
The older I get is when I realize common sense ain't common no more.
Hell no.
Bro, common sense ain't common, bro. See, common sense would tell Officer Tatum why people are annoyed by his coverage. But he somewhat don't seem to understand, which I think even that might be a play. He might be lying about him not understanding why black people are annoyed at his coverage. People are annoyed at Officer Tatum because Tatum started off his coverage not with, I don't know what happened, I'm going to look into it. He started it all off with, there's no evidence of any foul play, y'all lying. And then he got cooked during the Stephen A. Smith debate, and then he slightly adjusted his stance to, well, I can't rule out foul.
Brandon Tatum got cooked by Officer Tatum? Or what the hell did I just say? Stephen A. Smith, the niggas kind of look alike. If Stephen A. actually had a hairline, he would look like Brandon Tatum in a way. But Stephen A. cooked Officer Tatum in a debate over this? Is that right? Okay, it looked like Stephen A. kind of got his common sense back together, okay? Last time I reacted to that nigga, he was saying some dumb. I think it was about Charlie Kirk. I think that's what it was.
Well, in a foul play either. I just don't think these white folks did it. And then as recent as today, his stance then elevated again to where he's saying he don't think Nolan Wells drowned and he think Nolan Wells was murdered. He just don't think he was killed by the friends on the boat. So you started off with there's no evidence of foul play to now there is foul play, but you still pretended like black folks was in the wrong. All we're saying is we don't know who did it, but like everybody is a suspect, and we're not ruling out any suspects until somebody is apprehended and arrested. That's our stance. But Tatum comes out because, bro, he's so obsessed with trying to be, I don't know, like the savior for white folks. He's so obsessed trying like trying to put on that cape, right? He's willing to do whatever it takes to placate to white supremacists.
Yeah. White people are racist. Black people are.
Which is why I think the first person they call is Officer Tatum. Right? They could have gone to Nancy Grace. They could have gone to TMZ, which have been pretty neutral. TMZ have been neutral. They could have gone to TMZ. No, but they went to Officer Tatum because they understand Officer Tatum will do whatever it takes. He will lie. He will misconstrue the facts. He will leave things out. He will make edits like he did during the interviews with the friends to make sure that whatever can make these kids look guilty would never come out. Opposed to going to somebody, right, with an unbiased lens. So they're not trying to contaminate, right, the interview or the evidence with their biased lens. Tatum didn't do that, right? So because Tatum have changed his stance multiple times, because Tatum continues to disrespect the family and Benjamin Crump, even though Tatum is the one who has changed his stance.
What's good with it? Notable Hayes over there on the Twitch. Appreciate you tuning in, my boy. Make sure y'all tap in with the Twitch. Follow the Twitch, TYP Cam, all platforms.
Benjamin Crump from day one have says, foul play happened here. We don't know who did it, but we'll find our answers. And because of that, Tatum is calling Benjamin Crump a race hustler, while at the same time saying foul play happened, but it's wrong for us to suspect that the white kids did it. What's wrong with suspecting? Everybody is a suspect. But here's the problem. See, Tatum...
Well, it's just fishy when he's the only black guy. Of course it's gonna look like that, bro. Like, come on, man. Stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they always say in every comment section when it's a black guy, black person doing something, stereotypes are earned, not given. Okay, same here. Usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put it past them. You know, that's all it is.
Tatum has a problem with us suspecting the white kids did it, but don't have a problem with us saying foul play happened. You know why? Because he wants to change it. He wants to redirect our focus to the 4 black folks that was on an island of 2,000 people. Less than a fourth of a 1% was black. He wants to direct our attention to them because he now wants to pass the blame to black folks. And he exposed his hand during his live stream.
2015 to 2024, about a 10-year period, 3,000 to 3,500 black Mississippians were killed by black offenders.
Bro, you need to pack it up, bro. Oh my God. Bro, do I still have... I might pull it out just for this moment. I ain't even do it. This guy stinks. You need to pack it up, bro. This nigga just said, oh, in Mississippi, you know. That's the same for every race, bro. Okay. That ain't the topic. This nigga gonna talk about, like Flacco said, island of 2,000 people. 4 of them is black. He got killed by a black person. You need to pack it up, bro. You need to pack it up.
This mother said 3 scenarios, didn't he? He make sure that's right. He gave 3 stories of alleged impropriety. That seemed like a high number, but he gave 3 stories of impropriety spanning over, I don't know, 30, 40 years. Just in 10 years, there's 3,000 to 3,500 black people killed by other black people. You tell me what, like when y'all talk about historical context.
Go to any state, bro. Go to any city, bro. Who's the majority killing black people? It's black on black crime. Who's the majority killing white people? It's white people. This is known statistics, bro. You know why? Because most of the time, you're gonna kill the person that you know, somebody that you know. Somebody that you know is gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like how the streets go, bro. It's pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, you was cool with that nigga until he set you up. Now y'all ops. You know what I'm saying? Y'all used to kick it with each other. Oh, but now they want to rob you. Now y'all ops. That's how it goes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You tell me what, like when y'all talk about historical context, when you stupid, all that stuff makes sense to you.
Black murderers kill people they have access to. White murderers kill people they have access to.
What I just said.
Asian murderers
Mexicans
kill people they have access to. And because
it's not even an access thing, it's who they know.
Races usually live near
black people know black people, white people know white people, Mexicans know Mexicans, and so on and so on. On average.
Their own. Black people kill black people the highest. White people kill white people the highest. Asians kill Asian the highest.
Yep.
That has nothing to do, Tatum.
Right.
Nothing like at all to do with why black folks don't trust Mississippi. Mississippi has a history of victimizing black folks and having no accountability come with the victimization. Right? Mississippi has a history of racism. Mississippi has a history of hating black folks. So, excuse me, black folks might be a little suspicious at Mississippi officials coming out a day after Nolan Walls died.
Didn't we just hear some other shit come out of Mississippi from a college? Yeah, man. Oh my God. You see how fast you forget about shit on the internet, bro? Didn't a nigga just get hung? They try to say that was self-inflicted. They try to say a nigga hung himself on a college campus. He may have done it. You know what I'm saying? It was the black city count or sheriff, whatever the fuck, saying he done, you know. But didn't that just happen? And we were, you know what I'm saying? We were skeptical of that. And didn't another similar instance like that just happen too? At another college, I think. Like, let's not forget about that, bro. That just happened. Like 2025, 2026. That just happened. In Mississippi. Or it was like Jackson State or some shit. Let me see. I don't even know what to search. Mississippi student hanging from tree at college. This just happened. 2025. Yeah, Demontravian Reed. Yeah. Yeah, we was reacting to this. State University in Cleveland, Mississippi. Delta State. Yeah. This just end of last year. We was talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't putting it past Mississippi, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't.
Says there has been no foul play. A decision that to this day, you all of a sudden
Yeah, black people are the problem, but look at Donald Trump though, what he doing to the Arabs and all that, and just look at history, man. Oh, black people are the most racist. Just stop. People just need to stop, bro. Everything ain't just being a victim. Oh, because it's black, we black. It ain't always that. Sometimes some folks do take it too far and play the race card, but it ain't always that, bro. It ain't always just trying to pull a race card.
Disagree with after you got cooked during the Stephen A. Smith debate. So if you disagree and you believe that there was foul play in the Nolan Wells situation, then wouldn't that mean that the black folks who have been on this stance from day one was correct the entire time? See, Mississippi coming out, Ocean Springs coming out and saying, yo, Nolan Wells' death was no foul play. Y'all remember they came out and said, no foul play. Day one, they was ready to sweep this under the rug. It took Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and social media coming together to keep this investigation open. That's what
Hey, social media gonna do a big one every time, man.
D.L. Hughley is talking about. See, but here's where Tatum makes a mistake, okay? Tatum.
But see, the unfortunate thing about this internet, though, it ain't gonna do it every time, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of shit that just won't go this viral. You know, it's a lot of shit that just won't go this viral, bro. You know, it got good reason, but it just won't.
Reveals his hand. Like, all that passive, right? I'm not a racist. I'm just a black conservative who love every man. All that, like, passive stuff goes out the window. Now he reveals his true feelings. Watch how he talks about black folk.
Bro, anybody still standing with Donald Trump in 2026, bro, you've lost your fucking mind. Look what this nigga's done. He 2 years in right now? You know what I'm saying? I think it's a year, ain't it? Man, guy, this nigga need to get the fuck. I'd rather see Kalama. I'd rather us risk getting bombed, nigga, with Kalama in office, nigga, than this nigga raising gas prices and inflating it. All cost of living did was go up even more. I'm an investor. I see it, but nigga, I'm small time. I ain't big time like that. You know what I'm saying? So nigga, fuck 'em.
So if you want to play the historical injustice math, it's fair to believe that a black man that's killed could be killed by another black man. How you know the black kids that were out there with Nolan had nothing to do with it?
How many? Okay, bro. He wasn't even around no black people though. Did he even come across anybody that was black though?
Statistically, historically, it's more likely that he'll be killed by a black person. Ignorant, y'all Negroes, ignorant. I'm tired of being nice to you.
But you sitting with your legs crossed like a female, nigga. Shut your old punk ass up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Legs crossed like a female. Let your nuts breathe. Must ain't got none. Clearly can't be big enough. Look at your snorty. Oh, I'm going too hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's caught a stray. I'm sorry.
Y'all, I hope I don't get in trouble with certain people, but I'm tired of being nice to y'all. I'm sick of y'all low vibration, ignorant Negroes. And y'all stupid on every level. And disproportionately, black people come across as stupider than anybody else, disproportionately.
You can't even get a...
Yeah, because we've got people like you. You know what I'm saying? We've got people like you, man.
Offended at somebody like Tatum, disrespected. Come on, bro. Like, it's Tatum, bro. It's Tatum. Nobody takes Tatum seriously, bro. Tatum is a tap dancer. Tatum will say whatever he got to say, okay, to please white folks. But now he's saying his true feelings. The reason why he kept bringing up, well, there was more people on the island, even though that was not important, because, like, wouldn't more people on the island and Nolan disappearing with 2,000, like, wouldn't that actually prove there's foul play? Because who just disappears on an island of 2,000 people with nobody seeing anything? Now that's out the window now. Now that's out the window. Now Tatum is saying, well, why you're not looking at those black kids? Like, the 4 black kids on an island of 2,000 people, why you're not looking at the black kids? Yeah. This was his plan all along. See, Tatum, all of a sudden, as lately as like this week, began to adopt the stance there was foul play done. And the reason why he was adopting the stance of foul play was because he wanted to co-opt the movement, take over, right? He wanted people who believes there was foul play to come over to his side. And then he was gonna drag them all the way over to the left, side of the aisle and eventually begin to propose the fact that it was Nolan Wall's black friends that killed him, not the white boys. I told y'all. Now, Tatum believes that black folks are dumber than any other race. That's what he just said. Black folks are stupider than any other race according to Officer Tatum. This is a black man saying this. Yo, some of you guys are so hypnotized by white dollars, y'all are ready to sell y'all butt and your morality and your integrity. Bro, how can you sell your soul in this fashion, homie? I know your wife is white, but them kids is black. You got black kids, bro. And you are willing to sell your soul. Yo, imagine what your
Ask them kids what they is, though.
black kids will think of you when they turn on this TV.
Ask them kids what they
or turn on YouTube in let's say 5 years. They turn on YouTube in 5 years when they listen. Again, I don't know how old this kids. Let's just say they turn on YouTube when their kids about 14 years old, right? When they start to get into their consciousness, they turn on YouTube and they see their father calling people who look like him stupid and claiming that those people, all right, are disproportionately dumber or stupider than any other race. Let me explain what he means by disproportionately, okay? He means, for example, if there's 50 million black people, we got a higher percent of stupid people than anybody else. So for example, if there's 60 million black folks, and let's just say 20 million in his world is dumb, 30%. He's saying no other race has 30% of people who are dumb. I'm not even gonna.
People act like it's not dumb and smart people in every fucking category of everything.
Go in how I'm supposed to go in, because you know what, bruh? It's not about any other race, all right? But there's almost impeccable metric to to prove we ain't the dumbest now. We ain't the. But okay.
Social media influencer who failed at football and was a mediocre cop all of a sudden knows more than that? I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But I do know this. You said that a young woman with a pot of water acted so suspiciously that she should be shot by cops.
I think that this is justified, but it could have been avoided, but still justified. You can't throw.
Nigga said it was justified. Come on, man. You need to wrap it up, bro. It's time to hang it up, man.
Boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
But you don't think people that were on a boat with somebody in proximity to somebody and that person comes that day.
Now, boiling hot water can cause some damages now. You know. So, you know, but the water wasn't thrown, though. It was just a threat. You know what I'm saying? Police don't shoot somebody who has a gun in their hand unless they aim the gun at them. Yes. I mean, we could go. We're not gonna go and watch the video. We're not debating that, okay? But shit.
Acting so suspicious, they should be questioned.
Hold on. They were questioned, Stewhead. They talked to the police. This is why y'all ain't never gonna make it in life, man. This is why these people ain't never gonna make it, bro. I like the only reason I don't totally think black people are completely a lost cause because I grew up around.
He thinks people are never gonna make it. They might not be on the same spotlight that we may not be in the same spotlight that you in because we ain't over here. You know what I'm saying? Doing what you doing. And that's taking money from Israel and the government and yeah, we ain't doing all that. No, we staying true to ourselves, self-made over here, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't totally think black people are completely a lost cause because I grew up around black people. I got black people in my family whom I love. So I have experience with black people who are not completely retarded. But when you look at these people, and I see why white people are sick of y'all. Because if you ain't never met reasonable black people, and you listen to these fools all day, you gotta think black people has gotta be the dumbest people on planet Earth. You have to be biased looking at the stupidity. You think a woman who throwing a hot boiling water on somebody should get shot. That's called deadly force.
Deadly
I don't think
force.
she gets shot because she black.
Nah, that's not nigga. Nigga said that's deadly force. That's not deadly force. Boiling hot water is not dead. That's equal to a taser. I guess not really. I mean, boiling hot water, the burns that could cause you. I don't know. I just seen a video of somebody getting tased and their phone blew up in their pocket. You know, so it's not justified, bro. That ain't justified.
Heck.
That's not equal force. A boiling pot of hot water. Unless she pulled it fresh off the stove. How long was it in her hand? It cooled down some. Had to have. You know what I'm saying? They should have tased her. Shoot that
I think she
woman.
gets shot because it's according to the law. If you're in fear of serious bodily injury or death, which boiling water can cause, then a cop can shoot you.
It can cause bodily injury, for sure. You know. But is it gonna kill you? Fuck no. It'll never kill you. Unless you're boiled alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
And the only reason this cop got in trouble because he white.
Boiling hot. Somebody just commented, boiling hot water can kill you. No, it can't. How the fuck is boiling hot water, a pot of boiling hot water being thrown on you, gonna kill you? Get the fuck out of here.
And they want to make an example out of this cop. And he was a stewhead.
I'd be surprised if that shit killed a newborn baby. Not to be graphic, but damn.
By the stuff he said.
Maybe if you threw the whole pot too.
Before he ended up having a shooter, which put him in a position where they will argue that he instigated it.
I don't know about all that.
But she threw boiling water at the cops. Go throw boiling water at cops today and see if you don't get smoked and they let you off.
Cyan Massey never threw the water, by the way. You see what I mean when I say Tatum just lies? Like he just lies. He's just a liar. She never threw the water, right? Cyan Massey was on the couch talking to the officers because, they came into their home because she called them. She was on the couch talking to them. They look at the stove and see a pot on the stove and says, yo, go ahead and turn that off so, things don't burn. She goes, turn off the stove, take the pot of water, lifts it up, right, and puts it, lifts it up and then put it down, right, on the other stove. She was now trying to move the pot of water to the sink, I believe, right? Now, again, this lady is mentally ill. That's why she called them. She began to rebuke him. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, I don't know what...
Mind you, she called the police. That's why calling the police is dangerous, because they pull up if they working a job. They don't know what the fuck going on. You say that a dude, you don't give them a clear, you give them the best description possible. They still don't know what the fuck going on because it's chicken, it's popcorn. What's the shit called? Telephone. We didn't all play telephone before. By the time it get to the last person, nigga, the shit is all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So think about when the police are pulling up to the scene. It's the same damn thing, bro. They just hear this, okay, everybody get on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, put your freeze, and then they'll figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit alone is dangerous.
He called them. She began to rebuke him. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, I don't know what... She obviously seen something. She obviously seen these devils was in her house to murder her, right? So as she's saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, she lifts up the pot to put it in the sink and they shoot and kill her while calling her the B word. No water touched them at all. At all. Now, the officer got 20 years.
Hey, good.
Tatum said the officer did nothing wrong.
The nigga got 20 years and people in my chat sitting here defending him. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better with yourself.
But now y'all see how Tatum feel about us, and now y'all see his real intentions in covering this Nolan Wells case. It was always to deflect the blame to those innocent black. Well, I'll be real, right? I'll be real, all right? Tristan is half black. We gotta watch Tristan. Tristan, he's a nefarious character to me. Tristan is the black friend that Tatum interviewed, where he started talking about how his white side have always done more for him than the black side, how Benjamin Crump is a race hustler, just all type of nonsense, bro. So maybe you gotta look at Tristan. I don't know, okay? But man, them black kids is less than a fourth of a 1% of the people on that island, bro. Leave them out of this. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, okay? If you're still watching this video.
Yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself. Because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I get at you on the next one, and I'm going to TYP9. Alright, chat. I fell asleep at like 6 o'clock or some shit, bro. No, I guess it's a nap. I woke up around like 10. Not really though, like 10:30. So, I only really planned on doing them 2 videos, but I guess I'll see what else I got on here. Cause I ain't that tired. I ain't tired yet, y'all. That ain't the end of the stream. It's just the end of that video. Make sure you follow the Twitch, the YouTube, the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook. Them the big 4. Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Twitch the streaming. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, then the big 4. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah. So anyway, TYP Cam everywhere, man. Y'all follow, tap it. Turn on notifications. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see what we got. I think yo, easy.
More bad news for Chrisean Rock. The chances that Chrisean Rock is in a jail cell by the end of the year.
If y'all just now tuning in and y'all want the Chrisean Rock, y'all gonna have to scroll back to the beginning. That was the first video we did. First video we did this stream, man. Bro, I would do this. This video's only 11 minutes. I can't react to that David shit, bro. I couldn't even listen to that shit, you know what I'm saying, while I was at work, bro. Just playing it in the van on the radio, bro. Just hearing them details, bro. It just keeps getting worse. I guess we'll do it, bro. We'll do the old Meezy video.
It seems as though seems as though the justice system is finally caught up to what is right and what is wrong, and they are putting singer David on trial for the ending of the life of Celeste, his at the time minor girlfriend. It's strange because the internet found this disturbing connection between David and Celeste almost immediately, but it took nearly a year after her remains were discovered and 15 months after prosecutors to say that she was killed for the judge to finally start the David trial. And now it looks like he will have to face some sort of reckoning in the courtroom. The truth that we ultimately suspected about the Celeste and David case is finally coming to light. But the thing is, it took us over a year to get here, and we're trying to figure out why. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. I don't know if you noticed in these serious videos, I don't have anything witty to say here. I'm just telling you to subscribe. Now, back into the video. A judge has ruled there is enough evidence for singer David's murder case to move forward to trial. The decision came after a 5-day preliminary hearing where prosecutors presented evidence in the case involving the death of Celeste Rivera Hernandez. David, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke, has pleaded not guilty to murder, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, and human remains. He remains in custody without bail, and his next court hearing is scheduled for August.
Yeah, nigga, expedite. Can we get 1 hour shipping? Amazon just launched 1 hour shipping, I believe. Can we get 1 hour shipping? Public. You know what I'm saying? Same day delivery. Just go ahead and get it up out the way, bro. He pleaded not guilty. Just go ahead and get it up out the way, bro.
31st. These are words that I think the internet was waiting to hear after a long journey to get to this point, and after the internet detectives did everything they needed to do. I think that people would get that the alleged timeline happened over a year ago. On April 23rd, that's when the alleged ending of Celeste's life occurred. And then on September 8th, in the back of a Tesla trunk is when those remains of her body were found. The arrest of David would come months
Nigga said the back of a Tesla trunk. Come on now.
Later in April of 2026, and he would just be ordered to stand trial on July 27, 2026. That's around 12 months from the alleged ending of her life all the way up to the arrest, and around 15 months to make some sort of decision about David standing on trial. Now, while I am happy that, we are on the path road to justice for the Hernandez family, because, I feel like every time I read this headline, I get reminded first, and honestly, importantly, that this girl was just that, a girl. It seems as though this took like so long. And it only took so long for those that were a part of the criminal justice system. For the internet, they didn't need much time to figure out the connection between David and Celeste. Because mind you, a lot of their alleged connections and relationship were sitting right on the internet, on twitter.com, twitch.tv, and Reddit.
Is your media
I personally don't.
Yo, I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
it's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
Nigga said I media trained you, bro. And she's joking about this is just, that's why I said, bro, I can't really react to this shit because it only gets worse. It irks my soul, bro. It's disturbing. This story, this case is disturbing to me. Truthfully.
Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
They shared photos together. They shared live streams together. They had.
It's not gone. It's not.
Matching David and tattoos on their bodies. They had a long online relationship. Hell, even her remains were found in the back of a Tesla that was registered to David himself. And on top of that, I think it should be established that David knew that Celeste was.
You put shit in the back. They got trunks. Tesla's got trunks. Maybe they do. Maybe y'all sound stupid. They might got trunks now that I think about it.
A minor of some sort for a very long time. All in all, what I'm trying to paint out there is that these two were clearly not strangers. Everything that was posted online said so, and the only people that were kind of left questioning whether it be true or not seemed to be the police department. Now, I will say what the stuff online didn't prove is how she died, where she was killed at, what caused her injuries, you know, who moved her remains. And I think all of that stuff did put all of the online evidence that would be gathered in court up to question. You can't just go into one of these situations haphazardly and potentially try him without having all of your ducks in a row so that, you know, later down the line, it might not go through the way that you expect it to go. So all in all, while the internet did find the proof of the relationship, the connection between the two, and some of the sick, twisted things that David might have even felt about her through his song lyrics and his music videos, it was still the investigator's job to prove that he was the one who indeed did take her life. But this is where it gets interesting. They finally said that they can charge David with the ending of Celeste's life. So they must have had some sort of information that was grander than what we even had on social media. And what I found out while doing research for this video is honestly disturbing, but it points to really only one clear answer who could have done this. Chainsaws, cadaver bags, shovels, heavy-duty trash bags, cleaning supplies, and much more were all purchased after Celeste's disappearance. Now, I'm no dummy. I'm pretty sure you guys aren't either. We may be unemployed, but that does not mean we're not smart. This all points to a couple of different things being a real possibility. David basically read How to Get Rid of a Body 101 with the stuff that he had bought online. Now, why this stuff does matter is because this raises a potential connection to the concealment, and it supports the prosecution's theory about the timeline that they have about, you know, Celeste and David. And while the purchases don't prove without a shadow of a doubt that there was 100% of murder done by David, I mean, it does create this sort of traceable digital trail that can leak you back to this crime that was done. I don't think that most people on a random are purchasing like cadaver bags and cleaning supplies and shovel. What could you even be doing with that? I can't even think of something else that you, a music video or something like that. I don't know. What could you be doing with this? But it gets even worse for David. They found that there was a connection between David's cell phone and its Tesla, showing that they traveled together, specifically near Highway 54, where Celeste's ID was allegedly found. And to put the icing on the cake, there was even physical evidence found. Apparently there was blood inside David's home and garage. Celeste's DNA reportedly found on several different objects around David's house. Look, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it seems as though you're not going to be ducking any of this jail time anytime soon. And there may be some sort of defense that could be.
See, the thing about, we already know he did it, so I ain't even gonna say that. I was gonna say the nigga, you know, just because they got DNA evidence of her in his house, we already know that they was, you know what I'm saying, together type shit. So, you know, that doesn't necessarily prove he killed her, but, bruh, the nigga's cooked.
Had that like other people had access to, you know, the property, or the DNA only proves that Celeste was present. The purchases may be innocent, like for a music video. I don't know. Ultimately, the prosecution must connect those pieces together. But based off of what we've been reading, it doesn't seem as though it's going to be a hard puzzle to find. I think at the beginning, it might have been more of like 150 pieces.
If this nigga put her on his stream, was bringing her on stage, he was bold enough to do all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He did the case, he did the murder sloppy enough to get caught.
Or a 100-piece puzzle, and now we're down to something that like an 8-piece puzzle, something that I Love Puzzles wouldn't even touch because it's not even difficult enough. David also made the motive very, very easy for the prosecution to put together to show why he potentially was the one who had ended her life. There are explicit photos and messages between the two of them showing that they had some sort of intimate relationship. There were pregnancy and aberration discussions happening throughout their text message exchanges, and allegedly there were also threats to expose the relationship that those two had, knowing that this could potentially ruin David's career, seeing as though Celeste was a minor after all. And if you're dumb enough to date somebody who is a minor, get her pregnant, and put all these things out there in the open like that, you probably are dumb enough to panic when she says that she's gonna go public with these things and potentially do something stupid like end her life. So if you're asking why this potentially took so long, about 15 months from the initial ending of Celeste's life all the way up until the point where they're saying that David had to stand trial, is because while the internet did prove some sort of relationship between the two, the prosecution probably needed some sort of concrete evidence as to why he did these things, what he exactly did, what they can kind of stick him with in the court of
It's a process, bro. It's all a process.
law. And to be honest with you, the strength in the evidence comes from both parties working together. I do believe that the prosecution looked at what the
That'd be the unfortunate part, bro, because that's why serial killers, especially back in the day, was able to get away with it for so long, bro, is because they had to build a case and prove shit. They can't just arrest you off of, you know what I'm saying? They need solid evidence that you was actually the one that done it, bro. You know, so all that shit's a process. And especially with the condition they found her body in, bro, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time.
internet was putting out there, and then also with
But what I'm saying is, yeah, that's why serial killers and shit was able to get away for so long.
they were able to gather doing their due diligence. And it seems as though they are building an extremely, and I do mean extremely strong case for a dumbass criminal who would do a dumbass thing. And so while that does explain why it took so long for them to finally say that we're going to put David on trial, it doesn't answer why Celeste was not protected much, much earlier before any of this even got to this point. I read this People article about why it potentially took so long to arrest David, why it potentially took so long to make him face the music. And it's a question that a lot of people have because I know that they are so angry that somebody would do this to somebody so young, but there's a lot to.
But then it makes you think about Y.N.W. Melly, and it's like he's been sitting in jail for like damn near 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Probably about 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? And they still ain't been able to find him guilty. He's still been on trial. You know? So that's kind of crazy to think about, though.
To really dig through. Look, I can't talk about all of it on YouTube because I know for a fact this would get age restricted, and I do want this message to get out there because I want this young lady to get as much justice as she potentially can. But let's just say that there were, of course, decomposed remains, but
And you can always go back and compare a case from this city. So you could compare the same city, different judge. Same type of scenario, different outcomes, though. That's life, bro.
her body was cut up. I mean, it was unrecognizable to a certain extent. The crime scene is very unclear. A timeline needed to be constructed. And ultimately, after an examination, like, there needed to be some sort of cause of death. They also had to persuade, like, the younger people that were involved in this situation to potentially stand up and speak out against whoever David may have done this dastardly deed to this young 14-year-old girl. I understand that the internet might have had David.
I feel like if David done this to her, I feel like he had the confidence to do it again. But one thing, or not to do it again, but he's done it before, or, you know, there could possibly be other victims, is what I'm saying. But what makes me kind of think that there isn't is that he was, like, seriously, like, he was super serious about her. You know, like, he only wanted her. You know, so I don't think there may be other victims, but you know, it's not out of question.
Dead to rights almost instantaneously, but this is something that is careful. You don't want this person to walk away after potentially committing a crime. You got to gather the cell phone records, the Tesla data, the purchase history, the internet search records, and witness interviews from people who might be afraid to speak out because they were afraid to speak out about a relationship that shouldn't have been going on for so long. What makes you think it would be any different in a situation where they need to have him go on trial? And ultimately, the biggest difference between social media and the actual justice system is that they need the actual proof. They don't need the suspicion of it all. I think everybody can acknowledge that it looks very suspicious that this grown adult man is with this 14-year-old girl, but they need concrete evidence to say that he actually did the thing that he did. And ultimately, it's looking like the math is starting to math, that David was the one who is behind all this. And while all that stuff can explain why, you know, once she finally did get her life ended, you know, the police decided to take their time about all this. But what doesn't get explained is the years prior to that, when they were having a relationship when she was under the age of 14, and David is dating her, toting her around on all these tours. He's public with her. People are seeing this grown man with this clearly childlike looking individual and not saying anything. I don't think that's just the prosecutors, but like, where were the parents? Where were the other adults? Where were the other young adults, teens, or whatever that were around David that saw this and didn't question anything, say that this was weird, you know, kind of separate themselves from this whole thing? I know that it's tough to get an answer out of all this, and I don't want to put any like specific blame on one person.
It's crazy how like nobody says anything until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, David was paying them kids to not say nothing. No, nobody says nothing. Nobody does nothing until it's too late, bro. Not until it's too late.
But I just needed to be clear. If you think that the prosecution failed or is failing because they took so long to get, you know, all this evidence.
Yeah, the parents don't care neither until it's too late. Oh, I'm glad we don't see them right now. I'm glad they ain't out here cloud chasing. Cause boy, I don't know if they want to do that
together, then I would probably say that you're wrong. But people did fail Celeste nonetheless. And that was all the people who for years turned a blind eye to a grown man being with
they must know they ain't good for shit.
14-year-old child, and seeing this relationship progress to an extent where they were getting matching tattoos and just being creepily weird even past the age gap. All in all, the hearing explained why these prosecutors needed so long in order to build a case against David. They wanted to make sure that it was ironclad and concrete. But the harder question is, why wasn't she protected much sooner so that maybe this situation could have been avoided? Only silver lining in all of this is that because David was so stupid in all of this, it seems as though Celeste will get the justice and potentially protection that she needed while she was living in her afterlife. Because it looks like this guy's going down.
Hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit up out yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. T.Y. Pitting. Alright, chat. That's not the end of the stream. It's just the end of that video. We actually got a new update on the Chrisean Rock. So we're going to check that out. And that's probably going to be the last video of the stream because I'm getting tired. But we're going to check it out.
It's been confirmed that the...
Oh, no, not confirmed.
It's been confirmed that the police have made contact with Chrisean Rock to interrogate her about the death of her ex-boyfriend, Ronnie Doe.
Oh, no.
Now, if you guys is not tapped in, you haven't watched my previous videos where I discussed this, let me update you. Chrisean Rock had this ex-boyfriend named Ronnie. Ronnie believed he was the father of Chrisean Rock's child, who she claims Blueface is the father of. Because of this, Ronnie was on the internet consistently asking Chrisean Rock to give him a DNA test because that was his child. Chrisean Rock admitted that her and Ronnie was intimate around the same time her and Blueface was intimate because she went back to Ronnie when Blueface and her had issues. Now, Chrisean Rock apparently got fed up with Ronnie when Ronnie pulled up on her in the middle of the mall.
In the next 4 to 6 weeks, God willing, Chrisean is going to be required to do a court-ordered paternity test, and once we get this paternity test, we shall have more. Right here, Junior. Right here. Weird as you weird as shit. You weird as shit.
What's wrong? Junior, mind you, this woman named her son after her. That's the first. That's the first in history. A son is a junior of a mother, of their mother. Like,
right here. Weird as you weird as shit. You weird as shit.
What's wrong?
You weird as shit. Nobody stalking you. That's my son. That's my son.
Are they in the back of
That's my
Subway?
son. What you want to do?
Excuse me.
What do you want to do?
I'm calling the cops.
I don't give a call them. Nobody touch you.
Go to the cops.
Call them.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
They're behind the counter?
Police ass. You a police ass.
Time to go.
You a police ass.
Time to go.
You a police ass.
Sir,
You a police ass.
excuse me.
Police bitch.
Excuse
You
me.
a
I need you out the
nigga.
But they don't give a
About, okay.
I need you out the mall, nigga. I need you out the mall.
Okay.
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 Let's go this one.
Okay.
Let's go this one. I need you out the mall. Let's go this one. Let's go this one. All right.
Shortly after this altercation and before the last court hearing to determine whether or not Chrisean Rock would have to give Ronnie a DNA test, Ronnie ended up dead. Now, Chrisean Rock have told numerous people behind the scenes that she was the one who did it, that Ronnie was playing with her too much. Now, this could very well be just the girl capping, lying on her bodies, all right, trying to make it seem like she's tougher than she is. Or this could be a murderous sociopath admitting her wrongdoings. We would never know because we're not in Chrisean Rock's head, all right? But Chrisean Rock has told people behind the scenes that she did this, okay? Now, the fashion in which Ronnie died points a lot of people in the direction of Chrisean Rock.
So, with Ronnie, right? Let me give you the history. Right? Remember when Ronnie was with her in the mall and they called the police? Remember Ronnie went to jail? He was in the mall with her. Like, that's my baby, this, that, and other, right? So look what Ronnie did. She pressed charges on Ronnie that day. So that week, Ronnie had a court date with Chrisean Rock on Friday for the charges she pressed on Ronnie. Ronnie tells the on Monday, yeah, I got you, you stupid. You ain't smarter than me. Now that we going to be in court, I can serve you the DNA subpoena, right? He said, I don't give a fuck about the case you filed on me. I got you right there. I'm going to have them served in front of the judge.
What happened? I don't know what happened to audio.
Lands Wednesday morning. This court date is supposed to be Friday that she got on Ronnie. Wednesday night, Ronnie dead in his driveway.
So did Blueface get a test?
She won't give it to us. We didn't try to listen. We didn't serve the she act like she ain't served.
Chrisean Rock's own sister came on Jason Lee and she...
I feel like, so let me see if I can Google and get this answer. Is Blueface on child support with Chrisean Rock baby? Let's see. This is wicked. Is Blueface on child support with Chrisean Rock's baby? No. I feel like if she was like to try to put him on there, like the court, you know, he could request that if she tried to put him on child support. But he's not. The baby's not right now. I just fucked up. That's what I did. Damn. Fuck was we at? Oh, brother. And now there's no audio. What the hell? Say, bro. I think that was it. There we go.
Yeah, I got you, you stupid. You ain't smarter than me. Now that we gonna be in court, I can serve you the DNA subpoena, right? He said, I don't give a fuck about the case you filed on me. I got you right there. I'm gonna have them served in front of the judge. Lands Wednesday morning. This court date is supposed to be Friday that she got on Ronnie. Wednesday night, Ronnie dead in his driveway.
So did Blueface get a test?
She won't give it to us. We didn't try to listen. We didn't serve the she act like she ain't served.
Chrisean Rock's own sister came on Jason Lee and she says, or she implied that Ronnie died because of this DNA test that was awaiting, that Chrisean Rock didn't want to go through it. Now, what I was told was Chrisean Rock felt like Ronnie was harassing her. She felt like Ronnie was playing with her. Her and Ronnie was going back and forth behind the scenes. Threats were made back and forth. And, she did what she had to do, according to what she told people behind the scenes. So today, the police contacted Chrisean Rock to inquire about Ronnie's murder. Now here's the thing. Chrisean Rock is so dumb that she actually had this conversation without a lawyer. Like, she volunteered to have the conversation without.
Of course she did, because she didn't do it. That's what they do. That's what people, oh yeah, I didn't do it. Yeah, looking ass. Okay, buddy. Yeah. But I understand why getting a lawyer makes you seem suspicious, bro. I don't care. That's your right. Anytime you the police want to talk to you, bro, get a lawyer. I ain't talking. They come knocking on your door. What are you knocking on my door for? You know what I'm saying? Get up out of here. Unless you got a reason to arrest me, and I need to know why. You know what I'm saying? Then ain't no talking going on. Let me get a lawyer, and then I'll talk through him. It's the only way you gonna hear from me. You know what I'm saying? Simple.
A lawyer. Now, when she gives a brief description of the conversation she had, you could see her even identifying a motive as to why she would want to murder Ronnie.
Oh, no.
And I'm saying back like, yo, if this is what you told the police, if this is what you told them, bro, you're in a world of trouble.
The gifts. I don't.
Yep. So she went on TikTok live to tell the world, right? The internet, right? What she told the police, right? Is that right? Oh, man.
If this is what you told them, bro, you're in a world of trouble.
The gifts. I don't. I got blocked the gifts. I don't want that gift. I don't want that gift. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting attacked 3 different ways. Like, first of all, these are signs that I know I'm getting closer to God and that I need to stay focused and I need to back up from things. First, my homegirl. I love her dear to my life. I love her. Okay.
Put your mouth around it.
The fuck
I'm
is
about to
that?
block the gifts. But anyway.
That's a gift?
These are 3 things. First, her name is Z. She's my best friend. She gave me these things called the evil eye. The evil eyes are supposed to protect you. And I just knew, like, no. What you got there, that's not even God. Throw that out the window. Throw it out the window. Boom. We continue with our day. My baby died, not like that, but he's blowing up my phone. I'm trying to figure out, what do you want? What do you need? What do you want from me? What do you need from me? A headline, controversy. But it's deeper than that. You know why I say it's deeper than that? Because nobody risking their life and freedom for a headline or controversy. Ask his probation. Is he supposed to be anywhere without permission? They're going to say no. You think he got permission in 30 seconds to come to Miami? No, he didn't. So it's deeper than that. It's deeper than clicks. It's deeper than views. I'm just trying to get down to the nitty gritty, but this is what I need to do. I need to run. It's a lot of evil after me, bro. Just like those little evil eyes that she gave me and I threw them out the window. I was supposed to throw my phone out the window. When Blueface started blowing up my phone saying, I'm finna be in town, I'm risking my life and my freedom to come see you, I just need to talk to you, I should have just threw it out the window, chat. I'm telling you. Then on top of that, boom, they talking about Quran, yada, 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 open investigation. Bro.
Breaking down how Blueface snuck out the state and traveled to see you without permission from his probation officer on live is nasty work. You're trying to get that man put back in jail, bro. It's nasty work. Now, you could be doing this. Now, some might assume you're doing this because you're headed to jail and you want him to suffer with you, right? I can't blame you. If you guys are twin flames and you want him back in jail with you too, understood, right? But let's get to this Quran stuff. Let's get to why we are here, why we clicked on this. We want to hear about Quran. Now, she starts off by saying this Quran stuff is apparently people who are working for the devil and for Satan who are, who just don't like her. I'll be real. A lot of people who have picked up this story is not a part of like the Chrisean hate bandwagon, right? Like, this is not Baddies universe who's now aware of the situation. I've never watched a full episode of Baddies in my life. I just never, like, I've seen clips. I just never, like, I'm not a part of that circle, right?
Do y'all know there's grown men out here, 30 plus years old, that tune into Baddies? Did y'all know this? Niggas is tuning into Love Island. Anyways.
Baddies in my life. I just never, like, I've seen clips. I just never, like, I'm not a part of that circle, right? This is not like the Baddies Reddit who's up. No, this is a group of people who saw a story, who got some background information on this story, and we're looking at this and we're saying it's very bad, it doesn't make sense, and it looks like you're involved.
That got nothing to do with me. His death has nothing to do with me.
Is that right?
Yes, he made my life about him. Why? Because he needed money. He was desperate. He was desperate, but guess what? He was high. He was on perks. He was on Molly. He was on lean. He was
just like you when you was pregnant with Blueface, or allegedly pregnant with Blueface, baby. This is just evil, bro. This is evil.
Guess what? He was high. He was on perks. He was on Molly. He was on lean. He was drinking. Where was his parents then? Where was his family then? Nobody was holding Corona accountable. Falsely claiming my son. While highest, nobody held him accountable. Nobody. Nobody was trying to save him before he died.
Nobody held you accountable? Clearly.
Nobody was trying to save Karan before he died, bro. Because you sit over there, you act like y'all wasn't trafficking the drugs through his basement, which was his grandma, his mom basement. Like, y'all
damn
keep trying to put this narrative out, and then I keep being quiet because
blow mama spot up like that.
I low-key love Karan and I got respect for his family. But when y'all not trying to, like, really say what really happened, say what's really going on, that's what's making me mad for real. Because
well, you're not trying to say what really happened. What do you mean? What really happened?
I'm sitting at the gym. I lie to you not. I'm sitting at the gym. I answer my phone. I tell them come in. There's investigators. They're like, hey, we know you didn't do it. We got his phone. Yada yada yada. We're recording this. Yeah, record it all.
Hey, you believe
we know you didn't do this. That's what they tell you. Just like Gideon. Oh yeah, we know you're not a bad guy. Yeah, you're not a bad guy. Yeah.
Believe them? And you went for it? Poor girl, bro.
They pulled up on her at the gym. That's how you know this is real. That's how you know this is serious. The gym. She said she was at the gym. I don't know what gym. Well, she's been in the boxing gym lately. Goddamn. Yeah, they on her ass. They on her ass.
A poor girl, bruh. Yo, listen, man. Now, if these folks, if we are to believe that Chrisean Rock is telling the truth, Chrisean, do you understand that that's a strategy? Them saying, hey, we know.
Yeah, you're not a bad guy.
You're not involved.
Yeah,
just
you didn't do nothing.
Tell us what you know. Tell us anything. They want you to talk until you talk yourself into a jail cell. You think they will be like talking to you? You think they will be like trying to pull up on you, trying to have a conversation with you if they didn't think you were involved? Do you think these folks will be contacting you, will be asking other people about you because they asked to do quell about Chrisean Rock?
Right, because that's your baby daddy. Or not your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been together in who knows how long. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't... Right.
Do you think they'll be asking other people like about you if they felt like you was not involved? Absolutely not. That's not how this works. If they thought you had nothing to do with it, you were not involved whatsoever, and you knew nothing, they wouldn't be having a conversation with you.
Record it all. Because y'all need to put the end to it. Y'all need to find out who really killed that man. I'm tired of that. Keep trying to like everybody riding on my coattail for controversy. Yes, it's getting on my nerves. My child father, he's hurt about something, bro. He's hurt that I left him when he was in jail. He wanted me to stay in the house. He wanted me to stay in the house when I was pregnant. He wanted me to be there for him when I couldn't be there for myself. He wanted too much from me when I was pregnant. He wanted too much, bro. My baby dad, Blue, he wanted too much, bro. I had enough.
She's convinced herself. She's trying to convince us too. So I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Blueface was locked up when she was pregnant or something. I don't know.
Couldn't do what he wanted me to do, bro. Okay, I chose myself. I got in the gym. I got my life right. My son, he's gonna be walking. He's gonna be talking at his.
He should be already doing this.
Own pace.
He should at his own pace. Oh my god. Listen, she at his own pace, man. But yet, your baby daddy was on drugs and going crazy. The drugs is what was making him claim the baby was his, though. A man just out here claiming a baby is his to claim it. Yeah, for some clout. I guess that's some shit females do, though. You know what I'm saying?
My son, he's gonna be walking. He's gonna be talking at his own pace. Then all these trolls keep talking about Chrisean. He's dead. He is dead, bro.
And that tells you her feelings right there.
Y'all never asked me not one time how did I feel about it? Did it hurt me? Did it move me? At that point, I already stopped loving him. Not like that. When he died, I had no feelings in my body because it was like
at that point, quit. That's why I like, bro. You think like trying to speak like, you know, is going to make it help, but it never helps. It always makes it look worse.
When he died, I had no feelings in my body because it was like that person was trying to kill me before he left. He really was.
Yeah. He was trying to expose the truth. Imagine how hard Chrisean would have failed had that came out that was not Blueface's baby, though. Cause we only know her because of Blueface. Imagine how hard she would have failed. She was on the Zeus network, all type of stuff, because of Blueface. You know? That's why I said Blueface kind of got an incentive to not even do the DNA test. Because it's money to make.
That person was trying to kill me before he left. He really was. He was trying to diminish my character, my image.
Yeah,
he was trying to
the truth.
clout chase off my son that I love the most.
Truth.
Like, people be doing stuff and don't know what be actually the after effect. What?
She gotta stop talking. Like, she has to stop talking. I don't even think that she understands what she just said. She says, A, he was trying to kill me before he died.
Right.
You just gave him a motive, Chrisean.
Right.
You just told them exactly why you would have a motive to want him gone. Then you say, well, he was clout chasing on my name. He went after.
My thing is whatever you're telling to the internet is irrelevant because you already talked to the police. Right? So that's the facts, right? That's what matters the most, right? So coming in and speaking to the internet is pointless. Whatever's gonna happen with the police is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna find out eventually. This is just a cover up to make yourself look better. But it always in the end is worse. It's always worse.
My son who I love so much, and then the following sentence you said after you said he was cloud chasing on my son who I love so much. People be doing these things not knowing the after effect. Now, if you are, I don't know, proficient, right? If you're somebody who is, let's say you have a basic understanding of the human or the English language, right? When somebody says the after effect, what that means, the consequence of the previous action. So she says the after effect of Ronnie cloud chasing on her son was the death. That's you just confessed, Chrisean. Like, do you understand? Like, you just accidentally confessed to murdering this man. Now, I hope you just misspoke, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Okay, do y'all believe? Okay, that Chrisean Rock has something to do with Ronnie's death? I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen, somewhere here.
She did it. She did it. And that's all a female gotta do. Oh, this nigga talking shit. Call my brother right quick. Cousin, uncle, dad, friend, the nigga that I'm sleeping with. That's all they gotta do, man. And now nigga sliding and putting 10 bullets in your ass. For Chrisean Rock though. Blueface ain't do shit. Blueface smart. That nigga went to college. You know what I'm saying? That nigga went to college. You know what I'm saying? Blueface ain't do nothing. Why would he? He ain't got no You see what Blueface got going on. He replaced Chrisean Rock like it was nothing. Got another one. This nigga got 3 FOMO. You know what I'm saying? So like we see Chrisean Rock at down bad though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Blueface got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he got Mo on the way. This nigga got, well, he probably had 2 more babies since. Anyways, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. We on the road to 1 million. You ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications. Slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. T.Y. Pitta name. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Alright, chat, man. That's gonna be the end of this stream. I done got hungry. It's too late to be trying to eat a meal and shit, but I don't know. We'll have to see something. We'll have to see about something, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, though, bro. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all follow the Twitch. Let me see, because I ain't got the Twitch chat pulled up. It might be. My bad, been neglecting y'all over there. Make sure y'all follow Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, the second channel on YouTube, the third channel, TikTok, anywhere, Facebook, anywhere you scroll. TYP Cam is on it for sure. Hey, I know that's right. Hey, man, I'm